What up, doe friends? This is Mimi, and welcome to my channel, Mimi in the Middle. On this channel, I discuss all things health, wellness, and lifestyle related from a middle-aged perspective. So if that is something you're interested in, please like this video, click subscribe, and notify, and also share. Let other people know about the content that's on this channel. So today I want to give a brief update on my health and wellness and really all things that's happening in my life. I've been busy over the past few months. I think the last time I did an update video was either in April or early May. So now it's early July, July 2nd, 2022. So I definitely wanted to come on and provide an update of all the things I've been doing over the past couple of months. Like a number of people, I have been working from home for the past 2 years. So I just started back going to the office in May. And I go to the office once a week. So most of the time I'm still working from home, but one day a week I do go into the office. And that's kind of changed how I do my workout schedule and my eating and all of those types of things. But I've tried to maintain, and really that's the main focus of this, is that I've been in maintenance mode. We'll call it maintenance mode. But before we get into that, I did want to share some of the other things that have been happening in my life that I'm very, very excited about. One of the things that happened very recently, last month in June actually, is that I finally got my 200-hour yoga teacher certification. I have been working on this since last year, like fall of 2021, taking classes and doing the training, and had to do my yoga finale, had to reteach part of my yoga finale. So it was definitely a lot of work. It was a labor of love, but still, it took a lot of work, and I'm just glad that I finally got it done. So I am now a certified yoga teacher and social emotional wellness facilitator. So I call it social emotional learning facilitator, but I talk about social emotional wellness. So I'm a certified yoga teacher, CYT 200, and I'm also a registered yoga teacher, which is a RYT 200. So I did get registered with Yoga Alliance, and that's just a registration or certification that a lot of yoga schools are enrolled in, and a lot of yoga teachers are enrolled in throughout the world. There's certain levels of credentialing, I guess you could call it. Credentialing. And so I have the certification, I'm registered, and one of the things that I must do as a registered yoga teacher is continue to take classes and continue to teach to keep my registration current. And that's absolutely fine for me. I come from the education world where you have to do the same things when you have licenses. You have to do continuing education, and I want to do continuing education and training in yoga. At some point, I would like to do more yoga therapy, and that's in the future. And yoga therapy has certain connotations, and I'm aware of that, but I definitely would like to one day be able to do yoga therapy and be considered a yoga therapist. So the other exciting thing that I've been up to that would actually fall right in line with that is that I am now registered to take classes in my graduate program. I'm going to be studying to be a clinical mental health counselor. So I will have that mental health degree, and I will have that certification and licensure that I could put along with the yoga to be a yoga therapist in the future. I'm not exactly sure what all I want to focus on in terms of my specialty or my niche when it comes to clinical mental health counseling. I have some idea. It will be obviously in the health and wellness realm, but I'm not exactly sure what the specifics are, other than I do want to get a specialization in trauma-informed care and trauma, and helping people who are victims of trauma. And So I'm really, really excited to get started with that. I start taking classes in the fall. I registered for 2 classes that are credit courses, and then one that's a non-credit course, which is basically introduction into the profession and some of the things you have to do again in terms of licensure and stuff of that nature. So this is going to just work really well with everything else that I'm learning, everything else that I've done in my past professional role as an educator, as a policy person in health and wellness. I've worked for public health agency. I've worked for a mental health agency as well, just in the policy and program management realm. And so now I'm bringing the clinical piece to it, as well as the holistic wellness and the yoga and healing piece to it. And I'm just super, super excited to embark on this journey. This is just like a dream come true, really, for me to be able to do this. So those are some really great updates. I have some other things that I'm working on professionally with my 9-to-5 job that hopefully I can talk about soon, as well as my other business that I do with my husband. So there's a lot happening in my world. And so in that, you know, we often, as folk who have a lot going on, it's hard to kind of keep yourself together for your own personal health and wellness. So let me let you know what's been happening with me on that regard. So for people who may be new to the channel, I started on my health and wellness journey officially in January of 2021. That's when I really started to get serious about maintaining my health, getting back on track with my health and wellness. I had always been an active person, always been into health and fitness, but of course life happens and I just got busy and just allowed some of that to decline. But I got back on the horse back in January 2021. And ever since then, I've been, really focused. I bought a Peloton bike and joined the Peloton community in March of 2021, and things really took off from there. So since January 2021, I have lost to date approximately 30 pounds. And that's a big deal for me to be able to have lost that weight and kept it off. Now, I, on my last video, said that I had about 5 to 10 pounds more that I wanted to lose. But since that time, like April to now, a lot of people would call it a plateau, but I am going to reframe it, shift my mindset and say that it is maintenance. So I've been in maintenance mode at a 30-pound weight loss for the past few months. That being said, I still want to lose a few more pounds, but I'll talk about that in a little bit. But for the past few months, while I haven't lost any more weight, my weight has kind of stayed between 168 and 172, and it keeps kind of going back and forth. This morning, I got on the scale. I still weigh myself every day. I got on the scale this morning and it was at 169. So it's just sitting there right at the 170 mark, and it's been there for a few months. But while it's still doing that, my body shape is still changing. I don't know. I have on a bodycon dress right now. And, I'm not saying that I have a perfect body, nor do I need to have a perfect body, but I have noticed that my body has changed. My muscle tone is really developing. I'm stronger in my core, especially my upper core. I'm, starting to get some definition there. Everything is getting smaller all over the place, and I just feel more fit, more healthy, and more aware and in tune with my body. So even though I've been in maintenance mode, it's like my body has kind of just leveled out, and it's very comfortable where it is right now. I would still like to lose a bit more weight, but that will come, I think, as I continue to do the things and refine the things that I'm doing. I had been working really since the beginning of the year doing Hardcore on the Floor, which is like a program where you do about 40 minutes of workouts or weight workouts or strength workouts per day, and it's already pre-programmed. There's a calendar that you can look up. If you're into Peloton, you can look up the Hardcore on the Floor, I think, on Instagram and on Facebook as well, and see the pre-programmed calendar for the month. And there's a huge community of people who do Hardcore on the Floor. I had been doing that from January, maybe before then, but I do believe I started in January officially, and I did the calendar through April or May. Actually, I may have done it through May. In June, I did something different. So from January to May, I was doing the Hardcore on the Floor calendar, and I decided to do something a little different for June. There was a boot camp, a floor boot camp series in Peloton where basically, usually they have bike boot camps where you get on the bike for like 10 minutes and you go on the floor and you do strength workouts, and you get back on the bike and do more bike exercises and you go back on the floor. So it's very fun. I love doing those. They also have a similar thing with the tread. I don't have the tread quite yet, but they're tons of fun. I love the boot camp workouts. They had a boot camp series that was all floor workouts. So you are doing cardio on the floor and you're doing strength on the floor. So no equipment or no cardio equipment necessary. So I did that. I'm actually finishing the last of that series. It was 3 classes a week for 4 weeks. So my final class is today, and it's been great. Again, I didn't necessarily lose any weight or gain any additional strength, but I felt like I was just challenging myself in different ways than what I had been doing previously. And that's what I really like, to just try different things, don't keep doing the same thing over and over and over again. So that was what I did all for the month of June. I did the floor boot camp series, and in between that, I did other exercises as well, some cardio, some walking, some swimming, and then some of the other strength classes. I tried to do a lot of strength, but it got to be a bit too much. So after doing that in June, I'm ready to do a different type of challenge for July. So this month, there are some additional programs that they have on Peloton platform that are strength programs. They have a 3-day strength program, and then they have a 5-day strength program, and these are each week-long programs. And then they have an advanced 3-day and an advanced 5-day. So what I'm going to do for the next 4 weeks is do the intermediate 3-day strength program, then do the intermediate 5-day strength program, then do the the advanced 3-day strength program, and then do the advanced 5-day strength program. And intermingled with that, I will also do some cardio, walking, maybe 2 a day. So I'll do the strength in the morning and cardio in the evening, either walking or getting on the bike. And that is going to be my workout for the month of July. Just wanted to try something a little different. I'll probably go back to Hardcore on the Floor either in August or September, but I wanted to challenge my body in a different way. I find that doing the strength classes has really made the most difference for me. You got to keep the cardio up, and that's probably why I've been in maintenance mode, because I'm not doing cardio. I'm just doing strength, and I haven't really been focused on lifting heavier and heavier weights either. So in July, I am going to try to build strength by lifting heavier weights. I have 10 pounds. Actually, I have 3-pounders, 4-pound dumbbells, 8-pound dumbbells, 10-pound, 15, and 20. And we may even have some 25s in the house. Typically, I use 10-pound dumbbells, and then 15 is like my heavy, but I'm gonna try to focus towards that 20 as much as I can. Sometimes it's difficult for me, particularly with my hand issues, but I'm going to try to get myself a little bit stronger so that I can actually do some of the weights with the 20-pound dumbbells. So I think changing up will help me with the plateau or the maintenance mode, maybe to bring down. Again, I'm just trying to get down a little bit smaller, maybe again 5 or 10 pounds. I think that would be a comfortable space for me. But overall, I'm feeling very comfortable in my body. My health and my energy levels have been pretty good. I haven't been sleeping as well as I had previously, and so that's one thing that I really want to try to work on as well, my sleep hygiene, because I think that makes a difference in what your body is able to accomplish during your waking hours. So I am going to be using either different types of podcasts or meditations. Peloton has sleep meditations, so I'm going to be listening to those and being really, diligent about shutting things down at the right time, getting to sleep, and hopefully staying asleep most of the night so I can get the rest that I need. So that's something that I'm going to work on for the next month. I also have been doing a lot of yoga between my yoga training and just my own personal practice. I have been doing quite a bit. Every day I do some type of yoga practice, either again as a warm-up for my own self, or my husband and I actually do yoga sometimes when we come back from our walk. I have some friends and family that have asked for specific types of yoga sequences, so I'm going to be recording those and putting them on the channel very, very soon. I know I've been saying that for a while, but I am going to do that, so stay tuned for those meditations and breathing exercises and yoga classes. Those have helped me, and I want to make sure that I'm sharing that with everyone else as well. So those will be on the channel. But that is something I want to continue to focus on, definitely for my own personal practice, because I think it helps me with the stress of going out and working, both at home and in the office. I have a very high touch job. I have a very intense job at times, doing operations for an entire office, and we have about 100 people in our office, and just making sure that things are moving the way they're supposed to. So it can be a little stressful at times. I have people calling me, texting me, IMing me, telling me, oh, this isn't working. So I have to find a way to regulate my own self so that I don't get overwhelmed when all these different people come at me with their myriad issues that I need to be able to resolve. So meditation, breathing, yoga, all of that helps me a lot. So I will continue to do that. And then the other thing is tracking my food. I still use MyFitnessPal to track everything. And I can see sometimes when I'm getting a little off track with the types of foods that I'm eating. I'm pretty good and pretty diligent about staying adherent to what I think I need to be eating. But I have had little pieces here, a little bit more bread than what I was eating previously. But I think of them as treats, and I really try to not make it a part of my everyday. I've been doing pretty good with my diet, eating healthy foods, not a lot of fried foods. I'm making really good choices when I go out, and trying to limit certain things, not eliminate completely, but I try to limit like rice and a lot of fried foods and things of that nature. But I think there's definitely more work that I can do to refine my diet and to stay under my caloric content as well, or stay under my calorie goal or limit. Sometimes I go over it a little bit, which probably is why I've been in maintenance mode or plateau versus going lower. So now that because I'm looking at that, I'm definitely going to be making changes with that as well, just to try to eat healthier, continue to eat healthy, maybe eating out a little bit less and cooking and prepping food a little bit more. One thing I find is that when I do go into the office, if I don't have all my food and all my snacks, I get hungry and I'm so wanting to go to the vending machine or get something to eat. And I haven't done it. I've actually gone to the vending machine, looked at it and said, oh my God, I can't buy this stuff. I can't eat this stuff. But I was about to gnaw my hand off because I was so hungry because I didn't have anything else to eat that was healthy. And so I don't want to be in that position, because at some point I'm just going to go ahead and buy the junk food because I'm hungry. And our office, we used to have a coffee shop and some other places where you could eat. None of those things are open right now. So it's very hard for me to even find places to eat. So it's really important for me to just bring in all the things that I want to eat. So I have to be more diligent in doing that, and I will be. When I'm at home, usually I'll have food here that I can make some good healthy choices. But when I'm out and about, that's when I'm a little more having to manage that a little bit better. So I will continue to give you updates as to how things are going with me. I also plan, just going back to what I was saying before about the training that I'm going into, I'm going to have a playlist where I actually talk about my journey in my clinical mental health counseling program, the things I'm learning about health and wellness. I will share that on my channel as well. And so as I'm learning, I want to be able to share information with you all as well. I want to be able to continue in my practice as a yoga teacher, as a meditation teacher, as a social emotional wellness facilitator. Also, I want to hear from you. So let me know, how are things going with you and your health and wellness journeys? What things are you interested in? What would you like to know more about me and the work that I'm doing? Leave a note in the comment section so I can know what you're interested in. I want to make this a very informative channel, and I want us to be able to share the things that are going on with us as we engage in our health and wellness, lifelong health and wellness journeys. Thank you for watching. Again, please like this video, please subscribe to the channel, and please share this video and my channel with others. I want to try to build this community and learn from you as well. Be safe. Take care.